James plays games.
That's me! Hey everybody, welcome back to James Plays Uru Complete Chronicles. It's a new day, it's a new era for Uru here, because we have finished the base game, and now we can delve proper into the expansions. Starting with To Dunny, which I believe is these three books right here. So let's see what we've got in store for us. Okay. We've done some looking around, and as you see, we've got some different places that we can teleport to. I think the best course of action will just be to go down the list, start here, and just revisit everything. See what I might have glossed over or overlooked the first time. And figure out what it is we are actually supposed to be doing with all of this. Also, we have access, I think it was actually here. Yes. I think I go here and I can go to somebody else's Relto, which then has this book open, or one of these other books, and I can go to their version of a city, and we can try to compare maybe at some point and see what things are different, what I'm supposed to be getting from that. Yeah, just let's start at the beginning and go through, see what there is to figure out with all of this and what each thing is. So this is Teledon. Or at least this was where that's where we got here from in the first place. Okay, there's our zoom that we can do. And didn't actually help us in any way. That's, I think, literally all I can be doing with this view. So, these were the journals that I took my first stand on, saying no more reading. This... Maybe I didn't look at this last time, but I think this is just the design of those things around Teledon that like pump water or something. I want to refresh myself on a name. Phil. I believe Phil is the name of the person whose Relto I was getting access to. And going back to this, yeah, he's Dunny, and as we figured, he knows a lot about the creatures. I initially thought this was about, like, the Shroomy, but I think this is about the Barrow. So there's that. We may start finding a reason to read all those journals, even though I don't want to, because it may tie into more like the expansion stuff here, and more understanding of the Barrow and what all of this might mean for the future of Dunny. This is going to take us back to Teledon. And I believe this is just going to take us to a balcony. that we can't do anything from. But we might as well just be thorough. Okay, yeah, so this is the tree stump in Teledon. So we are done here. And now we can check out our next travel point. So there was this, as I mentioned. And while we're here, we can look through this again and see if this... Oh, we can't zoom in on this one. Alright. But remember, Bob Ogubo, B-O-G, blue, orange, green. That's my takeaway from that. And then we have... This brings us back to Teledon. And this brings us to the Relto, where we can get to that version of the city Bevan, I think is the name. So no reason to do that first. So we're done with this point. And the more I do this, the more opportunities I give the game to bug out. So that's something to look forward to. This, I think, is just a balcony. But we will find out for sure. I don't understand the point of the dead ends. Unless there's something I'm supposed to be able to see from these perspectives that offer some sort of clue or something or other. But what I'm able to get from this, I'm just at a loss. I can see a street down here, or a walkway, and it's not a very stable one. We got some construction cones, you know, careful, do not cross, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if we can actually get down there, or if we've been down there from another point of travel. And I can see this here, and that's more or less it. Got something going on up here, maybe like a bridge that's broken. And then I cannot really tell what this is that I'm seeing there. So that's about it for here. Pretty sure. What's next? This is the place with all the hints. And it's very interesting that this is in the To Dunny section. Because we used a lot of this stuff for the base game. So I don't know what stuff was implemented at what time. For all I know, none of this stuff existed in the original release of the game. I really don't fully understand what content was originally released and what content was added later. I tried to find that information, but I was not successful. I found a fan wiki, and it had a section for like things added to the game, and it was empty it was under construction to be filled out later. So Not super helpful, I'm afraid. But if there's anything for me to be getting out of this place still, for our future explorations, I really don't know. This is still of concern to me, because we never used this to solve anything. Unless I solved something that this was related to, and I can't make the connection at all. But everything else that's kind of a point of interest here, we ended up using for the base game. And then there's stuff that I'm pretty sure is just decorative, not actually meant to be a hint or clue for anything. Could be wrong. We know how it goes to make assumptions. Sometimes they're right, and I should go with my gut instead of doubting myself and sending myself in the wrong direction for pursuing answers. But rarely, those assumptions are wrong, and I need to actually do a thing. Okay. Where's the next stop here? This, I believe, is another balcony, and then we've got this, which also, I believe, is another balcony. So, all of the places that we could go here from this book don't really go anywhere, with the exception of being able to go to, I believe, Phil's Relto. And I say it's Phil's because in that journal, the way the story goes is that Douglas Sharper met Phil, and Phil was essentially enlightened to Yisha's plans, and presumably walked the paths that we are currently attempting to do. So he was a follower of Yisha and had completed objectives, and then died, presumably. So if he was so accomplished, then a Relto that is full of books, that seems to match up. But there I go, making assumptions again. So one last thing to look at and confirm that it is, in fact, another balcony. Oh, no, this isn't a balcony. This is the bad place. This is the bad place. Bad place. Okay, we escaped that nightmare. Time to go to the second book in the series here. And we have 3 places that we have access to. And just start at the beginning and see what we have offered to us. Now, I can't remember if... I don't think this is Bevan. Never mind. This is Bevan. It's definitely Bevan. Well, okay. And it's our version of Bevan that has the things working. So let's go look through this. And it does zoom a little bit, but it doesn't move. Oh, it does move. Okay. but it doesn't show me anything. Alright. Now when we first came here, and with the pictures and everything, and with this over here, the logins, I felt like this was meant to be like a community environment. Very much just for multiplayer, which never actually came to exist upon release. Hey. Okay. Well, we hit them in order. Blue, orange, green. Bobo, Goobo. Or whatever it was. But the question is, was that the starting position when I first came here? Or did I mess with this? And now we do blue, orange, green. Neither is really giving me any confirmation that something has happened other than turning lights on. So we have this broken hologram thing that's no good. Yeah, with Phil's Relto, we would be going through this, their version of Evan, so I'm trying to see if I can really understand how everything is laid out, and see if there's anything to find that maybe I didn't the first time around. I know there's things that we didn't really mess with. For example, here. I wonder if there's journey cloths to find, because we certainly never did that. Okay. And this... Okay, well, good timing on that. I pushed it, and I'm like, well, guess it doesn't work, and then it starts talking to me. And I didn't understand it. I can't tell if it was garbled or in a different language. Or both. Could be both. So... there's that. Nothing else to interact with on here, just push button. Okay. I mean, this place does look pretty run down. I don't know if there's anything we can be doing to fix this. Or, you know, like, fix in, you know, quotations. We're not exactly playing house flipper here, you know? Okay. These look like little houses, and these are the house numbers, like apartments. Do anything with that. And then this is... There's nothing here. This is the terminal that I think we're supposed to fill it with books. And it's like gives us the ability to travel to a bunch of different places. We will explore that a little bit later. Go back down there in a moment. This is a thing that's lit up. And I wonder... Could this be a clock? I don't know if I'm right on that. But it's got a bunch of numbers around it. And it's got like a magnifier to show you like what the current situation is. Doesn't look like there's anything I can do. But we'll leave that and just wander around some more. If the light's off, I can't interact with them. And we come in here, and this is like a school of sorts, or like a class. And this is written in a language that I do not know. It's never come up, to my knowledge, in the previous games. Please link to the Garrison Age to pick up your key. Yep, we did that. And there's more going around. It is following an order, I think. Because the, is this the Dunny numbering, or is this like Rivenese? Whatever it is, it's... We already worked through that system, and it's like... base 25? I think is how I would say it. And it does appear to be that it's going in the proper order. It might just be to teach the numbers, you know, like how some classrooms might have the alphabet. The alphabet... Is this like ABC? Not directly, but you know what I mean. Like the language, all the characters. I think I'm seeing some repeats though, so maybe not. There's no way I'm gonna do any translating of that myself, though, I'll tell you. This still appears to have not moved. And now we can go around here and down. Brings us back here to this area that we've lit up. Blue, orange, green. Let us try to do a count of some things here. How many of each light there are? That may be something. So, I want to check one thing up here. Okay, it is just those three. I wasn't sure about this right there, or possibly any other things. So, orange is 3. Let me find my page that I wrote down the BOG in my handy-dandy notebook. Okay. So orange is 3. And then we will go down there where we can better see everything. I think there's 5 green, but let us try to walk through the area and confirm that at ground level here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think that's right. I don't see any little hidden ones in any little corners or nothing, so write that down as 5. And then blue is going to have the most. There's 2 here, 2 there, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on, I've already messed this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9 and 10 and 11. And I'm just going to recount those to make sure that I've got that correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That, are we all in agreement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And there's no other ones anywhere else. Okay, that's what I got. I see nothing else, nowhere else to go except that, like, terminal. I'm gonna take a picture of this just because. And like I said, there's really no reason to go to this terminal. So what I want to do instead is we'll go back home, and now we will go to that other Relto, and we will play the Spot the Difference game. Alright. So Phil's Relto. We used to have all the same stuff that we found, except for this tree. I don't think we have a big old tree in ours. And it's also a little bit later in the day here, sunrise or sunset. More little rocks coming up. Your book's over here. Yeah, it got the complete set. So we go here. Go here. That's the only thing we can access. And as you see already, we've got differences in what is being shown and where. It's almost like it's flipped. Mirrored. Let me out, thank you. Because this was over on the other side. There's no water. These little things are just here for funsies, I hope. Okay, we'll take a little walking tour through this and see what there is to see. If there's any differences in what doors are available. Maybe come up here. Here's this mechanism thingy. Let's see if this works.
Hello, test. Test, Victor, are we on?
That scared the crap out of me.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Thanks to Victor, we've gotten some additional Denis technology working. It should be quite useful in sending messages here from the Dakota to the numerous neighborhoods as one more way to keep you informed of how things are progressing. Let me begin by once again welcoming newcomers to Denis. We're very pleased to have you. I know I've spoken with a few of you in person, but to those of you I haven't met yet, welcome to the restoration. The DRC and restoration engineers have been working very hard to put things in order. As you've probably noticed, various areas of the island, Agura, have been opened over the past few weeks, with quite a bit more scheduled over the next few days, weeks, and months to come. We are also working on opening up several new ages. And we know that many of you have been given access to ages that haven't gone through any kind of process yet. And we certainly do not encourage use of any unapproved books. But let's just say that with your safety uppermost in our minds, we're pushing to approve those ages just as quickly as we can. Oh, and several of you have asked what you can do to help with the restoration effort. As you may already know, the Denis keys have the ability to determine their precise location here in the cavern as well as in other ages. Much of this functionality is governed here in the cavern by the Great Zero. Victor has recently succeeded in getting portions of the Great Zero functioning again, but he tells me it still needs to be calibrated. We'll soon begin to focus on another island area, the ferry terminal and its associated docks. We actually had some restoration engineers do some diving, and they found a sunken boat that we hope to raise at a later date. Before that, however, we will inspect the docks and approve them for public access. Now, let's see. Yes, outside the cavern, Garisen continues to progress nicely. Victor's team has recently made some discoveries that will enable us to open up more of the interior space. The wall is what we call it. Members of our team are also working on another age that should be opened within the next few weeks. Perhaps we will post some pictures. I will end by addressing some peculiar events that have been occurring. Odd stones, books, cloths, and pages have been reported appearing from time to time, rather than insist, probably unsuccessfully, that you not use these oddities. The DRC will, for now, simply wash its hands of any consequence arising from their use. In other words, if you use them, you do so at your own risk. We will continue to remove these artifacts if they're found, but so far that has proved fruitless. But, well, I'm sorry to say it this way, but anyone involved in the placing of these books will be banned from the cavern. But to end on a good note, thanks for all the continued help to all of you and patience as Dunny slowly begins to grow again.
That was way too normal sounding. Like, it's so plain and clear. It just was very startling to me. I thought, like, I was like a Discord call or something like that. Yeah, that ties into the whole Dunny restoration project here. Things that we've read about. And the thing like the books, the claws and stones appearing and being replaced when moved or removed. We've heard all about that. I don't know if it was clear and I've missed it, but my guess on that is it's Yisha's doing, or Yisha's followers, because they were at odds with the DRC and wanting to take things in a very different direction from what these people were trying to do. Okay. This is a terminal again. I believe we went to this one, and it was no different from what we had in our version. We will check that out, though, to close our exploration of this area. Come over here, and there's nothing here. Nothing standing here to tell us the time, or whatever it's supposed to be doing. And then this is the school here, or whatever you want to call it. No paper to look at. Not seeing anything to do in here or to see in here. Head back out. And yeah. Go down, but I don't want to just yet. Okay. Blue. Orange. Green. Find ourselves back here. Go down. And there's no rubble or anything. But there's also no hologram thingy either. Nothing there. then this just comes back up. Okay. We'll check out the lights. See if there's anything different or notable. One, two, three, four, 5 green lights, orange lights, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue lights. All checks out. That all remain the same. I do think that this, in and of itself, is not a puzzle to be solved. You know, like pushing these in an order. It's way too simple. You could have stumbled upon that yourself. And as we saw, there was no, like, nothing to signify that we did it correctly or incorrectly. They just go on. But the fact that they are different numbers of different colored lights, I do think that is our clue. So maybe we have like a number code 1135, you know? That's my best guess at the moment. Go in here. Oh, this might be different. The ferry terminal and Bevan are things that we had access to in our version, but Curel, I don't think we did. Bevan's where we just came from. I do want to look at the ferry terminal. And then we will check out Curel. And then we will go back to our version of this and see what there is to see in terms of differences. So the ferry terminal. We have a book that will bring us back. We come down here, and this is an open gate. This is a closed gate, and this is a thingy that's going to take us somewhere. We'll go back to that in a moment. I just want to go in the other direction first. At this point, I don't know if this is still like an alternate version. Or if we're getting too far removed from that. Can't get past these signs. Or not signs, but blockades. We can't go any higher up. We can't get around the back of that other stuff. Speedrun strats. Don't get hung up on the stairs, just jump down them. Save a bunch of seconds off our time. And this is all just a mess. Probably why they have these here. Like, hey, don't... This is all blocked off because it's... At best, you can't go anywhere. At worst, you might get hurt. worried that we were actually going to have to do some platforming, and I was on the right track there with that. That edge is blocked off. Go back around here. And we can come to this stuff, which all looks... I'm not going to say the same, as I could be wrong. But, I mean, it all checks out on... I kind of remember doing all of these very exact same things. Okay. And nothing. Alright. So far, we've explored a bunch of stuff. We revisited things, we confirmed dead ends, hopefully. And we went through Bevan, we went through alternate Bevan. And I'm not seeing anything to do, really. We're just walking around looking at things. I may have a code. May. But I don't know where I would use it. You're just looking at things. Okay, so Kirel is... Okay, so then what's Bevan? What? I think I understand. Yeah, okay. So, alternate Bevan is Kirel. Which, don't know what to make of that. I feel like that just stopped a potential thread of exploration for me that I was feeling hopeful about. The idea of, like, you know, like this alternate version of this city. And, oh, maybe there's stuff to find, you know, spot the difference, but it's just like... It's not any of that. And yeah, so this would all be the same because we were literally just here. So... There's only one ferry terminal. But I guess that would explain why Tyrell did not seem familiar. I didn't think we had access to that previously. Probably because we didn't. And then this brings us back to Teledon, where we had found this page. And this thing that's broken. Like, we literally just came here for that piece of paper, and then we had nowhere else to go. This is a balcony. This is a balcony. We will confirm. We're going through, we're being thorough, we're just making sure on all this stuff. Not only is this a balcony, this is the first balcony that we had come to. I remember this. I remember being so confused. So we can see that we've been down here. That's kind of interesting. Kind of. We are running out of things to look at here, game. All our hope is going to fall on that last book to be giving us some direction. And then this is another balcony of, yeah. You can still see the flickering of that hologram down there. This is still Bevan. With this, still Bevan. And that's it. We can't get across this. If there's anything up here to see, I can't see it. And this is just the terminal. So we've explored all of these. We've gone through again. I tried to be thorough. I tried to check everything out as best I could. I got nothing. I may have a 4-digit code. May. But I don't know where the hell you'd use it. So... Okay. This is our last thing that we can do. This symbol matches with the stuff for 2 Denis. Aigura and Bevan, yep. We didn't find this place yet. There were some who came here thinking they could build the tree. But only a dead tree is built. Life cannot be assembled from remains. And now these builders are gone. What has happened to them? Are they now part of the remains, or have they become part of the tree? For the tree does grow, the great cavern, for the tree does grow, the great cavern breathes, voices in places in the great void. The called continue their journey here, building or growing, it is their choice. One new book given to open up paths in the cavern, given to open up the origin, given to open up a glimpse of the future. This is all we really have to go on, is a name of a place that we've yet to find, and some very cryptic writing that may or may not be clue to what we're supposed to be doing. If we're talking about a tree, this looks tree-ish. But I'm at a loss. I'm really at a loss on what could possibly be done anywhere. You know, this episode, you could say nothing happens, but I think it's important to do that refresh to kind of gather up what we know and then move forward from that. Make sure we're all on the same page. You know, this is our first proper, deliberate venture into the expansion content. So, if I hadn't done this, maybe none of us would remember anything. I certainly didn't. And now moving forward, we're like, okay, now we're all on the same page. This is all the stuff that we've established. And yeah. So I guess next time we're going to open up with the universal hint system, because I do not know what else there would be to do. And I need help. So, see how that all goes. For all I know, we're done. We finished this to Denis expansion. There was talk about the Great Zero and our key, and there's that other place, Aigura, and there's this. There's got to be more. I just don't know how to get to any of it. So, yeah, that's gonna do it, everybody. Next time, hopefully, I'll have a strong enough lead to really dig into what we're supposed to be doing and how to do it. And then things will all be good and magical, okay? So I love ya, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye-bye.